The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of holy cats, Batman. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking 1966 Batman, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purrrrfect Crime. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast. I almost said the Batman Podcast. We're talking the classic 1966 Adam West Batman, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purrrrfect Crime with Catwoman. I'm joined as Matt Vader's here.
Hi. This is Cat Vader.
Cat Vader.
Cat Vader 74.
I can't even do it.
I can't look at you. Jude is also here, looking snazzy as fuck in her leather jacket. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, it's leather jacket weather.
Is it jacket weather? Sweater weather? I had to take mine off. I'm getting hot from all the alcohol. Last but not least, Matthew Kadish is here. What's up, dude?
Yeah, so we've covered the Riddler, we've covered the Penguin, and now we get to Julie Newmar's Catwoman. And it was a joy to watch her on screen. I think she was the object of many a young boy's crush back in the 1960s. So very excited to talk about this one.
I can definitely see why. And I have a sneaking suspicion about some of the filmmaking choices in this episode that I want to clarify with Kadish because I've got some ideas about what's going on behind the camera. All right, guys, before we dive into this episode, we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back, so stay by. Stand by. Sure. Just hang out for a second. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys want to support what we do here at the podcast, you can go to saltynerd.com/DC and download a mobile game called Dragon Champions on Apple or Android devices. It's a really fun, easy to play mobile game where you guys get to collect your heroes and upgrade them and go on the warpath and join us, the Salty Nerd Podcast, in our guild. Don't forget, type in Salty in that promo code area and you guys get a leg up. You get some extra coins, a little bit extra mojo, a new character to help you along your way. And once you reach level 20, then you can join our podcast guild, which is ran by one of our patrons, JT. Those guys have a ton of fun over there. They're doing raids all the time, working together to get those extra points. I think pretty much everybody except for me is at level freaking 900 or something by now.
We're getting there.
I'm working on level 30 slowly but steadily.
Speaking of patrons, join us at saltynerdclub.com.
Yes, absolutely.
Be one of our patrons. We love hanging out with you guys.
Yep, absolutely. Saltynerdclub.com is the place to be. You guys get to join that as well. But for Dragon Champions, it's a great game. The developers of that game help support us here at the podcast. We want to return the favor. So join up. It's free to play. Salty in the promo code area that gives you that leg up, gives you that extra juice. And yeah, it's a ton of fun. Join us.
This guy's doing his dailies
I can't.
right now.
He's distracting me with his freaking cat ears.
Because he's so sexy.
God damn it. He looks like a bearded lady.
You wish.
All right, let's talk about Batman. Who's got the synopsis?
Show us your tits.
Don't. He might.
He's
like,
I want to know.
10,000 subs. I'll show you my tits.
Are we doing a
And his
butthole
feet.
cut?
He's been trying to show everyone his... What? Wait, what?
Are we doing a butthole cut?
Everybody just went silent.
It was a record scratch moment.
Yes. I mean, we could edit it out later. Why
Is that a reference to that cat movies where there was no buttholes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a butthole cut out there.
Is it? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Somebody CGI'd a butthole in everybody's butt?
Can somebody please CGI a butthole over Vader?
Caleb, where are you? All right, let's get into this.
All right, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purrrrfect Crime.
We got to roll the R.
I can't. I do not have that ability. As Gotham City sleeps, we visit the Gotham City Art Museum, where there is evil afoot. A black cat attacks a security guard as a mysterious cat burglar steals a golden feline from a display case. Over at the police department, Commissioner Gordon is perplexed as to why only the valuable golden cat statue was taken in the robbery and none of the other valuable treasures, at least until he sent a cute little kitten in the mail. In its collar is a newspaper clipping of millionaire Mark Andrews and his 2 golden cat statues, with an X marking out one of them. And at that point, Gordon smells the tracks of a feline predator, otherwise known as the Catwoman. And there's only one person skilled enough to take on this felonious feline femme fatale, the Batman.
Oh, you loved writing this synopsis, didn't you?
Oh my God, he was so behind this week because we had family in town. So like everything kind of got pushed to yesterday to finish. And I was like, hey, do you want me to do Batman for you? And he was like, absolutely fucking not.
I've got this.
Yeah.
Do you imagine having the balls, so to speak, to send the cops a newspaper clipping of like, hey, I stole this one. This is the next, like letting them know your next move.
That's kind of like what all these villains.
That's
in Batman
that's
do,
a
though.
ballsy move, dude. Like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Try and stop me.
They're always trying to outsmart the Batman.
She's got big whiskers.
There you go. Imagine having the whiskers
The
on
whiskers
the
on
whiskers
this
on that
bitch.
bitch.
Big
On this
whisker energy.
broad.
The claws.
She's a real wild cat. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh, look at those claws too. So I don't know if this is a little bit early to ask this question, but it just popped into my head. Who's the better Catwoman? This fine lady or Michelle Pfeiffer?
Or Eartha Kitt.
You can't really compare.
You can't?
I can't. No.
No?
They're both fun.
Or Zoe.
No, it's not Zoe Deschanel. It was Anne Hathaway.
It's
Yeah.
not where I was going.
Oh, sorry.
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. Oh, from the new one.
Yeah.
From the Pattinson movie.
Yeah. How many cat women have we seen?
Too many.
There's a lot.
My favorite is still the animated series Catwoman. She's freaking smoking hot.
Yeah.
Holy hell. I mean, this one's good too, but you know.
This is
It's hard not to love a Catwoman.
Yeah.
I love Michelle
They all-
Pfeiffer.
they all
I love
bring
Eartha
something.
Kitt.
When she does that backflip and then she's like, meow,
Yeah.
or whatever, and,
Yeah.
and Batwoman or Batman and the Penguin are just like
Yeah.
like their tongues hanging out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's freaking
And,
iconic.
Fuck, I can't remember her name.
I wanna know
she
how
was
you-
in
I'm sorry.
Ace Ventura. What's her name? Finkel Einhorn. You don't. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up. Fuck,
Okay.
I can't remember.
What
her
were you
name.
gonna say?
Sean Young.
Sean Young. Yeah.
She was
wasn't-
Catwoman?
She wasn't
Yeah.
Catwoman.
Yeah, she
what,
was.
What was she Catwoman in?
She was in the Catwoman series.
There's a series?
Halle Berry was Catwoman.
Ugh, don't even mention that.
Yeah, it's not a good Catwoman. We found
Guys-
it. We found it. Sean
Jude's from another dimension.
Young.
Is she?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I don't think Sean Young was
I don't
ever a
either.
Catwoman.
She was.
She
'Cause
will
I
find
remember
out.
when they cast Michelle Pfeiffer, she was pissed and she went on a bunch of talk shows as Catwoman and she was like, they didn't even offer. They
Really?
didn't even
She
ask.
went on talk shows in character?
Yes.
What a psycho.
No. So she was lobbying for the role of Catwoman when she did that, and Tim Burton was so turned off by it, he was like, "I'm never casting you as Catwoman."
Tim Burton's a dick.
I feel like she did play it though.
No, she never played it.
All right, well, Jude will look that up. Let's continue on with the synopsis.
Maybe in the alternate timeline she did.
Yeah. Keep on going, buddy.
All right. At stately Wayne Manor, Bruce is teaching his young ward Dick how to play 4D chess. After all, you always need to think 14 moves ahead. It's quite rudimentary. But when the bat phone rings, Bruce and Dick discover Catwoman is on the prowl again, and it's off to the bat poles to change into Batman and Robin and head out to police headquarters. Once Batman is briefed on the robbery, he's convinced this is merely the first stitch in a large tapestry of crime Catwoman has planned. Millionaire Mark Andrews arrives to let the police know his second priceless golden cat statue is at the Gotham City Exposition and will be displayed until that evening, meaning the Catwoman will have to strike tonight to steal it. In the Batmobile, Robin wonders why Catwoman would give them a clue as to what she's planning, and Batman surmises it may be a false lead to hide the real crime. But before they can race off, the Batmobile refuses to start because Robin hasn't fastened his bat safety belt. Oh my God. Robin objects that they're only going a couple miles, but Batman reminds him that motorist safety is important. And golly gosh, when you put it that way, Batman is right.
Okay. All right.
That was awesome.
I'm sorry. Listen.
The little infomercials they pop in.
Listen. Okay.
Someday, Alex, you'll be old enough to drive.
And you'll understand
And
this
you'll
rule.
understand this rule. And you'll need to remember to put
You know,
safety
a
ahead
minor
of everything.
fighting crime with you, right?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Is it
Or-
like, Oh, he's going fishing, Jude. I was freaking out. When did this start? I don't feel like the earlier episodes that we've watched had this many
so
freaking
many-
PSAs like shoved into them.
They have them in like every episode.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
'cause, like-
I don't know if you remember, like,
Don't
Rob-
take drinks from strangers,
Well,
especially orange juice.
Yeah.
yeah, well, Robin, you can't come in. You're not 21 years old.
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, that's
And-
right.
and little things like Robin, once a man served his time to, his debt to society, like he must be like reintroduced. We can't just persecute people willy nilly. There's always like some type of like moral that they have to like teach in like,
Okay.
these
Robin,
episodes.
when a man and woman are deeply in love, sometimes they have a baby.
So the birds and the bees. Oh shit! Can you imagine that
He's like
discussion?
27.
Yeah.
He's like, I know.
I'm Robin, dude.
Yeah.
I get laid all the time.
Yeah. Birds.
I also like
It's not
how
called
like
the bats and the bees.
I like how Bruce is teaching Robin like 4D chess, and he's like, I'd rather do Latin crossword puzzles.
Just I don't know. When I was watching this with Matt, like the PSAs were hitting me over the head so
Yeah,
hard. I was
they
like,
were really fun.
I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? I feel like I started spinning this like
So they worked.
this conspiracy theory in my head, like, oh, this show was like a freaking CIA psyops to like send messages to the young kids out there in the
you
world.
would
You were-
immediately go there.
I would immediately
like,
go.
were-
it's linked to the moon conspiracy.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was like starting to think, I'm like, why are they going over the top with
Is
this
there
stuff?
even a moon?
It's made of cheese.
I've never been there.
I did watch Wallace and Gromit recently. Everybody knows the moon is made of cheese.
Can't stand that.
Really?
Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
I don't like that style of animation. It bugs me.
Does it freak you out?
It does a
It
little
freaks
bit.
my wife out
Yeah.
too. She hates it. She's like, I can't watch this show
I
with
know,
you.
right? It's like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm like,
Claymation.
what's a claymation? She's like, yeah, no, not watching it. I'm like, but it's claymation. She's like, I don't want my kids watching it either. I don't know. Anyway,
I
I
get why
just
she thinks it's creepy. That's why I think it's all right.
bless my wife. She's such a Hallmark person. Yeah, no, the freaking the PSAs were hilarious, but they did take me out of the show a little bit. Like I was like, oh,
Well,
here's another government message.
in the Riddler episode, like Robin wanted to throw like the bars that they cut off the window, like just down on the street, and Batman was like,
It's like,
"Wait a minute."
careful, Robin.
Yeah, he's like, pedestrian safety is important. He had to bring out the bat hook and stick it to the side of
I
the wall.
think probably the studio was like, you can't act recklessly because then people will emulate you.
Yeah.
Every time he pulls the batarang out, I lose my shit.
Why?
Every
he
time I
has to-
see a
It's
label
so
for anything,
dumb.
Explain.
Because he has to pull it out, unfold it,
well, he has to find it,
and then he has
in
to
his
find
belt.
this rope,
Yeah,
tie it to the thing, right? Then pull enough
and
rope
they
out.
film all
to
of
like-
it.
Then pull enough rope out so he can throw it to where he wants to throw it. And then finally he throws it,
And it gets every time,
it's
though.
such a process, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm used to like, and it's
Yeah.
just like, get it done, man.
When did that start? Was that the animated series when he had the bat
with
gun?
Tim Burton, probably with Keaton. I mean,
Oh, I guess Burton did do it first.
I mean,
huh?
I'm sure Batman's always had an automatic batarang rope, but
in the
I think
you mean in the
maybe-
like, comics or something?
yeah. But with the show, I mean, I don't know how else they would be able to do it in 1964.
I can only stare at you for about 10 seconds before I start losing my
You
shit.
have to look away.
I have
before
to look away.
Otherwise, you get too turned
I'm
on.
gonna break character. Shut up, Jude.
Bro, I'm rock fucking hard right now. Like, no homo, bro, but I'm rock hard. I gotta look away.
I can't look. I can't look. I'm too frustrated.
The Tomcat.
Show me your butt.
You don't want to see my butthole.
All right, let's keep going.
You can't handle that.
He's never shown you his butthole?
No, I've never seen his butthole.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I haven't been in the mood.
You prude.
I haven't been in the mood.
All right. At the Gatto and Chat Fur Company, also known as Catwoman's secret lair, she meets up with her two henchmen to discover everything is going according to her perfect plan. Once they get the other golden cat, the key to untold riches will be theirs. And if Batman and Robin take the bait, she'll be the one to finally clip their wings. Catwoman looks at some books detailing the history of Gotham City, and we discover an evil pirate named Captain Manx hid a large treasure somewhere in Gotham City at the turn of the century. Back at the Batcave, Batman uses the Batmobile's nuclear charging station to create a radioactive spray that will allow them to trace any object on the batometer for a radius of 50 miles. This way, should the Catwoman succeed in her planned robbery, Batman and Robin will be able to track her back to her hideout. After all, when dealing with powerful criminal elements, one can never be too well prepared.
As long as she doesn't leave the 50-mile radius.
Man, I am so amazed at Batman's technology.
Yeah.
He has something for everything.
Yeah.
That batometer is something else.
I'm just
Batometer.
glad
The
he was,
batometer. It's good for anything.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he was able to anticipate a catastrophe.
It's pretty catastic episode. It's very true.
Catastic. Holy cats, Batman. Look at her, though. Okay, so
Julie Newmar is hot.
should I mention the film stuff now? I guess we should do it now.
Well, before we get to that, I just thought it was funny that when Batman was creating his radioactive spray, he put gloves on top of his gloves to handle it.
That's another PSA. That's another thing that I thought was like really added in there for like a government thing where they were like, hey guys, we're in a Cold War right now, right? We're at a Cold War with Russia, and radioactive technology is new to us. So we have to send a message to the kids: don't touch radioactive things with your bare hands, or Russians, or the Reds.
Get under your desk.
Yeah,
when the bomb
kiss your butt goodbye.
Hope for the best.
I just thought it was funny. He's like, there, now the radiation is no longer deadly. It's like, okay.
Sure, Batman. That's how it works. Gee, Wally Gilligers. That sounds great.
But also the fact that like they had to tap into the Batmobile's engine to get like radioactive material. I'm like, what are they spraying around town as they're like driving? You know?
Yeah. Is this Batmobile radioactive powered?
It's nuclear powered. Yeah.
If he says it's not, he's lying.
Wow.
It was a stretch.
Yeah, it was a stretch.
I'd hate to think that Batman is a cheetah.
Jesus Christ.
So does he have like a Mr. Fusion on his Batmobile, where he's like
Mr. Fusion?
Yeah, from like the
Probably.
No, they've made it clear that basically whenever the Batmobile is parked in the Batcave, it's being charged. Its nuclear batteries are being charged by the nuclear reactor.
Yeah, the nuclear. Yeah, okay.
One of that fat bitch Molly fell in.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that fat bitch. God damn it, Molly.
Is she still in there?
She's like, her fat is like adding to the fuel.
Oh, so she's giving back.
She's giving back. Yeah,
she's paying her debt to society.
That's so dark.
Jesus.
What is he plugging?
Should have eaten all that caviar.
Wait, hold on a second. What is Robin? Is that nuclear gas?
Yeah, he's sucking up the nuclear exhaust from the Batmobile to help make the potion.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I love their little chemistry set that they have.
I do too.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I would kind
of want one.
Genuinely, I would love to have that for myself.
And I love how everything's very clearly labeled, so there's no mistaking.
There's always a label.
Like I cannot with the labels. I love them so much.
Batman has a label. I want to start
labeling everything in my life.
I love the fake labels when he's like, this is the thing. And then he flips down the fake
it down
and he's like,
this is the real thing.
This is the ignition. Wink, wink.
Yeah. God, look at that. Oh, even Alfred's helping out.
Well, Alfred does everything.
I love Alfred's apron.
His bright green apron.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm kind of convinced that Alfred is the actual real brains behind the operation.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
He's the one that makes everything go.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, who's when Batman's out there fucking around in the city, Alfred's, back at home, fixing all the shit.
Building cars and shit.
Building cars, taking care of nuclear reactors. Mm-hmm. It's Alfred. It's Pennyworth.
Training back.
Yeah. Is there a new show called Pennyworth on HBO Max? Has anybody watched it?
No.
It was an epic show originally.
No,
like
but
good epic or just like
he means on the platform. Epic.
Oh,
nobody wants to watch the show about Batman's.
It was fucking epic. It was wild.
No, the Epics channel, EPIX.
Okay. I thought you were like, it's an epic show originally.
No,
not that. Okay.
Sounds dumb.
All right,
let's keep going.
Stupid.
All right. At the Gotham City Exposition, Batman and Robin are patiently waiting in line for tickets when one of the ticket sellers calls them over and offers to let them go in for free.
Another PSA.
But Batman would rather pay just like any other ordinary citizen. Mm-hmm. But after they go in, the clerk reveals he's one of Catwoman's henchmen and calls down to the fabulous feline felon. He tells her that Batman and Robin will be in the Great Hall of Culture after the exhibit closes. And Catwoman thinks that this is perfect. Everything is going according to her dastardly plan, so much so that she even has time for a little cat nap. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin spray the priceless golden cat statue with their radioactive mist. Now they'll be able to trace the radioactivity within a 50-mile radius. As midnight approaches, Batman goes to check the exits as Robin stands guard. No sooner is the Caped Crusader gone than Catwoman sicks one of her poisonous cats on Robin. Holy cats, a cat! Before Robin falls unconscious, he's able to use his bat communicator to call Batman for help. Batman rushes back to the statue just in time to see the feline devil Catwoman pilfering the artifact. But before Batman can stop her and find out what happened to Robin, Catwoman's henchmen attack. After a brief fight, Robin falls out of one of the display's sarcophaguses as Catwoman and her men escape. Turns out Robin was drugged with Cataclaw, a fiendish drug designed to attack the central nervous system. Luckily, Batman has his trusty universal drug antidote pills to fix Robin up post-haste. Even though Catwoman got away with the statue, it's just as Batman planned it. Now, the Catwoman will lead them back to her lair and the recovery of both cat statues.
Okay.
Thank God Batman had the antidote for that poison. What a catalyst.
Wow, you were trying so
You were
hard.
really reaching.
I love
Holy
it.
moly.
Keep it up.
Good stuff.
Doing
Good
great.
Stuff.
All right, so I'm going to bring this up. I was going to leave it behind the paywall, but I think I'm going to bring it up now.
Yeah.
I discovered when I was watching the show with you that every single time
Every single time.
that Catwoman was on screen,
In her lair.
it was a Dutch angle.
It's in her lair.
Yes. It's because
when we're in the hideout, it's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because when
so-
she was outside, like out, and she was fucking around with Batman and the Batmobile and shit, it was normal. But when they were in studio, it's all Dutch angles.
Yep.
And the reason why is my hypothesis. I have no proof of this. My reason why is sexism.
Oh, please let us.
Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you. And this,
Yeah,
I'm not saying this is a bad idea. I'm just saying this is the reason why. The directors,
listening.
The directors were like, all right, listen, we got this smoking hot chick in like skin tight leather with little cat ears, but if we leave the camera straight up and down, we have to cut either her tits out of the camera or we have to cut her ears out of the camera, and we don't want to do that. So, in order to fit more of her body on
How can
screen,
we explode young men's minds?
how can we get more of her body on the screen? Dutch angle that shit. And that way, if they Dutch angle it, we get her ears and her tits
Yeah.
all in the same shot.
Can I have
Ears.
my camera Dutch angled from now on?
See,
I mean, honestly, I'm having a hard time keeping my ears in
see
frame.
what I'm saying? That's my theory. And I'm
There we go.
curious.
Go like this. I can
Starting
get
to understand the ladies' struggle.
Yeah, I'm
Now if I
curious.
get-
There's your tits. Now Dutch. Yeah, there you go. See? It works. You get more of
Now
you.
get your ass in the same shot.
I mean, and this is one of those 1960s like torpedo bras.
Yes. Oh, that
thing
thing's
she's
pointy
got
as
going
hell.
on.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
never understood that.
But that's when I was watching this, I'm like, why? Like my brain was thinking, like, why are they doing Dutch angles for Catwoman only? Like, it's only for Catwoman. It's not for like Batman. It's not for any other scenes. No action stuff or nothing like that. It's just when she's on screen and she's in all like slinky and sexy, and I'm like, why are they doing Dutch angles?
I wonder if they do this for the other villains when they're in their hideouts
Only if they're
on the
females.
other episodes.
Only if they're females.
Do you know the answer to that?
So I'm curious if Kadish agrees
Only
with
if
me,
they're
or
felines.
there you go. Does Kadish agree with me, or what, am I crazy?
So the Dutch angles are actually used in pretty much every episode, especially when it comes to the bad guys. It just makes it feel more comic booky, but it also kind of like, Batman's the straight, the straight man, the upright,
The crooks are crooked.
the upright citizen, and the crooks are crooked, and so like it's a little bit of that. So like there's no patriarchy at work here. It's just it's meant.
That's what they want you to believe.
That's just what they want you to
Is
think.
like, well, we did it on the boys too. Wink, wink.
Yeah,
but
but-
we're gonna do it on the girls too.
But they use it in every episode at some point with the villains and stuff
Okay,
like that.
so it's
and,
just-
and I believe in the movie they also like do that with Batman and Robin too.
So
occasionally.
it's just my sexist brain thinking it's because she's a girl. Because I don't remember them doing
Maybe
it for
it's
the
your
Penguin.
progressive brain, and I know that you hate to think of yourself as that.
I'm not progressive.
Maybe
at
it's
all.
your woke ass brain.
my woke ass brain.
He's like the polar opposite of woke.
Who?
It's you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. That's great. Makes me happy.
You're welcome.
That's what the man wants you to think.
I am the man. Anyway,
That's what you want yourself to think.
I don't remember seeing like the Riddler or the Penguin in a Dutch angle, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe it was because she was so
You
sexy.
are sexist.
She's so sexy in the
Yeah.
scene. When I noticed at the Dutch angle, I'm like, oh, I can see more of her.
You
Oh,
weren't,
listen,
you weren't looking at that Riddler ass.
I was not looking at the Riddler's ass during this show.
Man,
No.
Equal opportunity. You look at that ass, you son of a bitch.
I looked at
you
that ass.
sexist son of a bitch.
What were you gonna say?
I did. I look at it a lot.
At the Riddler's ass?
No, at
Oh.
Julie Newmar's ass for
She's
sure.
gorgeous.
She's
Full
hot.
disclosure, he looked at the Riddler's ass too.
No, I don't think I did.
I don't think.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you should probably be sure.
I
about
mean, I
something
wasn't.
like
I
that.
was. I mean, it was there when he was on the screen.
I'm not looking at no dude's ass.
but you know, I appreciated Catwoman's butt way more than.
You can't tell it's a dude's ass. If you just look at the ass.
I mean, we all have an ass.
Everybody's got an ass.
Like,
you almost tattooed your ass.
Can't tell.
Did you say you were going to look at my ass?
I look at his ass when he walks up the steps. That doesn't make it weird. It's just,
Do
there
you
it
look
is.
at my ass when I walk up the steps?
No, but sometimes when you're like bending over the counter begging for it, I kind of want to give you a backhand on it. I haven't. But I might.
Wouldn't be mad at you if you did.
Stop fucking begging for it. Like, look what he's wearing.
I got a great ass.
Can we talk about the bat laser?
Sure.
Well, we'll get to it.
Oh, we'll get to it. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Sure, when we get there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kadish. Take it away.
All right. Catwoman is on to Batman's ploy and is ready for the dynamic duo. So ready, in fact, that she lets her henchman Felix brush her pussy. Willow's, that is. Outside, Batman and Robin arrive at the Gatto and Chat Fur Company. They use the bat beam to blow open the door in case of booby traps. But when they enter the hideout, the door behind them slides shut, and they fall into a trapdoor in the floor, putting them in the slow-moving death trap within the inner catacombs of Catwoman's evil lair. The old cat and mouse game begins as the spiked walls of the room begin closing in on them. Batman tries to use his brute strength to stop the walls, but he soon realizes the spikes are harmless rubber meant to intimidate them rather than kill them. Catwoman's sense of humor leaves Batman cold, just as one of her henchmen drops a cataclysmic bomb in the room. But the bomb is a toy meant to further mentally torture the Batman. A tube then drops on Robin and sucks him out of the room. After the little bird has flown, the feline devil reveals her final gambit, a deadly game of chance. Batman must choose a door. Behind one is Catwoman, and behind the other is a ferocious man-eating tiger. If Batman picks the right door, he can arrest Catwoman. But if he picks the wrong door, he's dinner. And Batman picks the wrong door. Will Batman ever see Robin alive again? Will Robin ever see Batman alive again? Will our daring duo escape the claws of the wily Catwoman? The answer to all these and many other terrifying questions after the break.
It's in the catclusion.
I just want to say this. Kadish is having so
He
much
is.
fun right now, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
you
like
don't
it.
know him personally. We do. He is loving
Yeah, this is all he's ever wanted.
And I'm here for it.
We can't
I'm
do
having,
this again.
I'm having so much
He's
fun.
not allowed to have fun. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? He has to be stressed out all the time?
All the time.
Because he's dressed like a villain.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You're being so catty.
So, all right. Real quick, though. Like, Batman lost, right? He lost. He got caught
He did.
in the spiky room.
He got caught in the trap.
and the trap was
She
fake.
totally.
It turned out to just be like full of shark dildos.
It's like she knew that he was going to track her back to his lair. She wanted him to follow her back
Right.
to his
Yeah,
lair.
yeah.
So
but I'm
she-
saying, like, Batman should have died.
Well, it's like a cat playing with a mouse before it kills it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, bats are just mouse with wings.
There's just so much about this that just kills me.
Bats
cracks me
are
up.
mouse with wings.
Shut up, Jude.
It's like
I'm just clarifying. I just want you to clarify. Is bats
It's mouses.
Mouse with wings?
Okay, no, they're mouses with wings, Jude.
great?
you know when
Sounds
bats
Plural.
Yeah.
when Batsy and Robin get thrown into the trap down into the spiky room.
These
Yeah.
all look like butt plugs.
Oh yeah,
It's a
Wow.
wall full of butt
What kind
plugs.
of fucking butt plugs do you use, Jude?
Jesus.
I mean,
Not sharp, spiky ones.
stop asking me questions.
Why are you doing that to yourself? Stop.
I
I
think
got news for you. I don't do it to me.
Oh, damn.
I think Jude needs to go and brush some pussy willows.
Yeah, oh, God. The freaking innuendos in this episode were amazing.
Oh, they're
I'll be
crazy.
right back.
I'll be right back.
I just like how the henchman goes and like actually picks up like a vase full of pussy willows.
Yeah,
and
and he just starts brushing them. Is this what you meant? No.
Fuck.
God damn it, dude.
Why don't men know how to give women orgasms? He's like, yeah, I'm doing a good job.
Doing a good
right?
job,
She's
right?
like, fuck, I need new henchmen. So long since I've been touched appropriately. He's like, should I put water on it? Put water on it? She's like,
I just want to do this.
don't. It's not.
God damn it, man. No.
You said to make it wet, right? It's not what I meant. Never mind, I'll do it myself. That's why she's a wall full of butt plugs.
That's not a butt plug, Jude. Is it though?
I've got nothing. I got nothing.
Get more content like this at saltynerdclub.com. Join the club membership, guys. Only $5 a month. We're going to continue.
This is where we do our sales pitch?
Yes.
Okay. I just had the weirdest like mental image. It's just like if you like picked up a person and you like plopped them on each one of those butt plugs,
God damn
it would be
it.
just a wall full of like people who have like the stuffed deer on their wall, but like ass first.
Yeah.
Just in different stages of like
$5 a month
ecstasy.
gets you 5 episodes of more of this. So if you like what we're doing right now, go behind the paywall. It gets even crazier. I'm only halfway done with my drink. We're going to have a ton of fun. saltynerdclub.com. That's the place to be. Our patrons can support us in that. If you look in the comments below, there's going to be a Patreon member going, Jesus, I can't wait for the second half of this episode.
And somebody's going to be...
And for every one of those, one of them leaves. That's too much, guys.
Another comment.
Plugs, I'm out.
TMI.
I get it. We get it.
Go ahead, Pete. Sell it, buddy.
So there's going to be another comment said, nope. These guys are idiots. And I'm going to reply, yes.
Yeah. And then there's going to be somebody correcting us also.
Well, actually.
Then there's going to be some other asshole going, it's Beam, not Beam.
That butt plug would have a stopper on the end. How dare you not know about butt plug safety?
I just like how Batman's like, Robin, get on the floor. And then he like stands over him like he's going to go Gangnam style.
Oh my God. Dude, he knew exactly what he meant. He's like, Robin, assume the position. And he just ass up immediately. I was like,
how do you go fishing?
What does that mean?
Weird.
That's not how you fish.
Been doing it wrong.
Living a lie. I feel so stupid.
I hate it when the alcohol is kicked in on everybody else except me.
You drink more.
I know.
There's a shot bar right there.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you want the second half of this episode, seriously, head over to saltynerdclub.com. There's a whole nother episode that we got to talk about. And
It'll be way better.
it'll be way better.
Not going to get better.
Imagine this, but with no filter.
And actually dirty. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he'll finish his drink.
I just finished it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We're going to unmask the villain.
No, nobody needs to see that.
We're going to put that mask down over your boobies.
It's not big
They
enough.
won't fit.
I got more. I got 2 of them. One's for Kadish.
All right, guys. saltynerdclub.com. That's the place to be. Matt Vader, where can they find you on the socials?
They can find me at MattVader74 on the Twitter and the other places and the stuff and the things and the socials. And every Saturday morning, right here, talking about the stuff with Kadish and special guests on our show.
Cool.
So,
Jude.
You can find me at I am Jude Juju on the socials, and you can find us on Facebook at saltynerdgroup.com.
All right. Kadish, take it away.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter and True Social. KadishBooks.com takes you to our Amazon page. And if you have an Apple device, please go to Apple Podcasts, look us up, and give us a 5-star rating. We're trying really hard to get to 200 of those suckers so we can be officially accredited as movie reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes. So if you want to help support the podcast, please do that.
Because we absolutely deserve that. All right, guys, saltynerdclub.com. That is the place to be. And if you don't want to do that, you can also join saltynerdiscord.com. Come to our Discord server. It's super active. We have a ton of fun. We chat with people every single day. If you want to get communication with the hosts of this podcast live in person, we are there every single week, every single day. And we're also doing watch parties, too, for cool TV shows like this that are completely free to the public. Matt Vader over here hosts them. He streams the show live on our Discord app, and we get a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and watching these ridiculous TV shows. So saltynerdclub.com or saltynerdiscord.com. See you guys next week. Stay salty, my friends.